is Jessie, and I do perfume reviews in ASMR format. So if you enjoy perfume, and also if you like ASMR, you are in a good place for our video today. Alright, so today I'm doing a review of this is Prada Candy Low. Prada Candy Low. I have the box here. Prada Candy Low. It took me a long time to figure out how to say that. Of course, I used to say let you or something like that, you know, because I don't know French, but Prada Candy Low, and this is in eau de toilette. It took me a long time to figure out how to say toilette as well. But yeah, I do have the original Prada Candy, by the way. It doesn't have on the bottom, it doesn't say. I think the original is an eau de parfum, but it doesn't say on the bottle, but I'm assuming it is. But anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna go over this review. I'm gonna do a little review of Prada Candy Low, and I will also, of course, touch on my Prada Candy fragrance that I have. These are the only two Prada fragrances that I have. I don't have any others, but unfortunately, I'm gonna have to return this one. I bought it on Mercari for a really good deal, but the sprayer does not work. When I push it down, nothing comes out, and it like pools liquid in the lid, and then it spills out. So I'm not going to spray it. I can just literally smell it very, very well from all the leakage. But I will go ahead and spray my Prada Candy so I can do a little comparison of these. I'll actually go ahead and spray it now. Just so I can give it a little bit of time to dry down. But yeah, I really like both of these fragrances. Obviously, I've owned this one for a while, Prada Candy. And then I really like the Prada Candy Low as well, which is a flanker. This is a flanker. And as you can see, I tried, as always, to dress on theme. I did not have anything that was this color. This is like a very nude. It's almost like a pinky beige, like a fair skin tone type of color. And I didn't have that. So I wore this like light pink. And then I wore this like beige with black stripes because I thought it kind of went with the black on the bottle, and then I've got like these little black bows. So that's the look for today. I really, really love this bottle. I love the color theme. Black, gold, this like pinky beige. Yeah, I really love the color. I like the original one too. It's fun. It's kind of out there. It's funny because it's like a very, if you took away the bright, the hot pink, it's a very like old-fashioned, traditional looking bottle, right? Like kind of almost like antique or like very classic. But then they've got this like bright pink. So okay, I am all over the place. I feel like I'm not doing this in my usual format, but let's go ahead and I'm not gonna spray this like I said, but let's go ahead and go. Okay, I'll go ahead and smell it, and then I'll give you just like my impression. I'm trying to like remember what I usually do. Okay, so this is definitely sweet, and I believe the main like sweet note in here is caramel, which is also in Prada Candy. So to me, this is like sweet in kind of like an airy, powdery, musky way. It's like almost like an airy, ambery sweet, and it's lightened up just a touch by like, I think there's citrus notes in here, and maybe also like a fruity note or something. So it's lightened up just a bit by like citrus or like just a powdery, it's like just a, let me go ahead and smell what I sprayed. It's just a soft, powdery, sweet, kind of like caramel, but like very powdery. And then this one's definitely stronger to me, and it's like a little bit brighter, but it's also still very powdery and airy. So yeah, I like both of these. I could see using this one, the original, more for like layering, especially because to me it's like kind of subtle and simple and just like a nice powdery sweet base, whereas like this one to me is like its own perfume, and like I don't feel like you need to layer it with anything. But yeah, like I really like this. It's a pretty simple, like there's nothing groundbreaking about it. It's kind of like one of those like sexy girl next door type of smells. Like it's sexy, but in a very like understandable, like normal way. I don't know how to say it. It's really good. I really wish the bottle worked. I wish the bottle worked because I really like the smell. I'm gonna return it unless the Mercari seller doesn't want me to return it, in which case I will keep it, and like I don't know, I will probably try to use it even though it doesn't spray, but it like leaks. I'll probably try to use it. So anyway, so yeah, that's my like initial impression with the smell, and then let's go ahead and go over the main accords that are on Fragrantica. Okay, so we have caramel, sweet, amber, citrus, musky, floral, warm, spicy, fresh, powdery, and vanilla. Okay, so yeah, I'm definitely getting the caramel, sweet, amber, citrus, but like it's totally not citrus in a freshy way at all. Like the citrus makes it a little more fresh, but overall this is still very like sweet, ambery, in like a diffuse, airy, powdery way. Okay, let's go over the notes, and I'm really curious because I forget. Yeah, okay. Okay, so according to Fragrantica, it's pretty simple for its note breakdown. So we have one top note, and that is citruses, just generic citruses, and I definitely do get that, but like honestly, I might not know that if I didn't know what was in here, because overall it is still very sweet, powdery, ambery, but the citruses do brighten it up a little bit more so than just the original Prada candy. Like the original Prada candy, there's none of that. There's no citrus or anything else. It's just very like linear, I think is the word. Like, yeah. Okay, and then for our middle notes, we've got one middle note, and it is sweet pea, sweet pea. I am really not that familiar with what sweet pea smells like. I know Bath and Body Works has some sweet pea scents that I smelled years and years and years ago, like honestly 15, 16 years ago, 17 years ago. So I don't remember what sweet pea is supposed to smell like, and I don't know if actual sweet peas actually have a floral scent, or if it's more of like a fantasy note. Let me know in the comments if you know anything about that. But so yeah, I don't know what sweet pea smells like, but I feel like I can kind of imagine, based on this, like the combo of the sweet pea and the citruses, I feel like these notes. They are caramel, benzoin, and white musk, and I'm pretty sure that those notes are in the original Prada candy, but let me look. So yeah, we've got caramel, benzoin, and musk. So I would say the base of these two is very similar, and that's why they smell similar. That's why they're like sisters. So yeah, I'm definitely getting all of those notes. I'm getting the caramel, the benzoin, and the musk all together. It's like a sweet, ambery, vanilla-y, gourmand, like, and what I've said about Prada candy is that it's like a gourmand, but not quite. It's so powdery. It's so like musky, airy that it doesn't really taste edible. It's like it's got that caramel note. It's kind of like got that vibe, but it really is not. It's not edible. It's almost like too powder puffy, too powdery to feel gourmand, and sort of same with this one. So they're like quasi gourmand, I would say. But definitely this one, I would say this one is sweeter. This one's sweeter than Prada candy, the original. I don't know if it's the sweet bee or they just made it sweeter. Like, I don't know, but it is called sweet bee, so maybe it's the sweet bee. Okay, so I am mostly, honestly, I'm getting all of these notes. I usually say like what notes I'm getting the most. I'm getting all these notes. Every single one, the citrus, the sweet bee, the caramel, the benzoin, the musk. And if I show the votes, other people say they are mostly getting caramel, then benzoin, sweet bee, citruses, then musk. The original Prada candy has what's called powdery notes, and honestly I feel like this deserves the powdery notes as well because it has the musk note, but it's powdery, so I feel like it would make sense if it had that same powdery notes. Okay, so I will just briefly touch on what is in the original in terms of the note structure. It's very similar though. So it has the caramel, the benzoin, and the musk, and then as I just said, it also has powdery notes. The only other note that it also has is vanilla. So altogether, it's like this is the base of this, and this has the sweet bee and the citrus is added, so it's like a little bit fresher and brighter, and also sweeter. And it's an eau de toilette, whereas I think this is an eau de parfum, but I don't know. And honestly, this one lasts longer or is like stronger. So it's funny how like sometimes it'll say like an eau de toilette or an eau de parfum, and it doesn't always give you the best idea of longevity and projection. But again, I don't know for sure if this is an eau de parfum. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I really like this scent, and honestly, if it wasn't broken, I would be keeping it in my collection, but I do have to return it unless the seller does not want me to return it, in which case I will keep the broken item. And I will clean this little stain off if I do keep it because it's a little dirty. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish up by just reading some other information on Prada Candy Low. Okay, so it was launched in 2013, and for reference, Prada Candy, the original this any time of the year. I don't think of it as a fall and winter scent. If anything, I would say like a spring and fall scent, like the transition seasons, because it's not like a super heavy winter scent, but for summer, this might be a little cloying. It might be a little too like powdery and sweet. For cons, it says not a good fit for some skin types. Too sweet and syrupy for some. Not as sophisticated as the original Prada candy. I agree. I do think the original Prada candy is a little more sophisticated. It just smells a little bit more like a little bit more classic and a little bit less sweet, a little bit less like girly and youthful, but I like both of them, you know. It says as another con that it's not suitable for warm weather. I agree, not hot weather at least. For some individuals can be nauseating or triggering. It also says less citrusy than expected. I agree, like you get the citrus, but there's so much like sweet powdery caramel that it's kind of, I don't want to say lost, but it just doesn't come off as citrusy. Okay, and then let's finish up by reading a few reviews from users on Fragrantica. Okay, so somebody says, oh, that first spray, musky, floral, sweet, cloudy marshmallow notes. I really need this. Absolutely different from the other Prada candy. I wouldn't have guessed that there was caramel here. More like sugar when melted to make caramel or cotton candy. All the notes are enveloped of a cloud of musk with sweet notes. In a cloud of musk with sweet notes. Disappointed by the dry down and longevity though. However, I enjoyed layering it with other perfumes. I kind of agree with that one. I do think that like this is more yeah, this is more of like it's, I don't know what to say. Yeah, like this is just more of the like straight up sugar sweet, whereas I could see this is like more caramelly. This one's more tooth-achingly sweet, but it's not, I don't know, it's still, it doesn't come off as like too juvenile or too sweet for me. Okay, another couple reviews. Somebody says, the best Prada candy without a shadow of a doubt. This one is pure class. No sticky caramel, only pure yumminess, powdery heaven. I refuse to accept this is discontinued, so I will keep purchasing any bottles of Candy Low that I find. Is this discontinued? If it is, then I really would like some more, like an actual bottle of it. Dang, well, okay. Alright, let's read one more review. Let's read a negative review and see why somebody does not like this. They say this is excellent for young girls. For me, this is pure sugar and perhaps a lovely citrus, but it has good sillage and moderate staying power, staying more than 4 hours. I would buy for my daughter, but not for me. It's a rainbow and a candy floss. I'm not there anymore. So they're just saying it's basically too sweet for them, which I can understand. One more. Let's read one more. Somebody says, I blind bought this perfume and I regret it. It's very sickly sweet, but I don't know if the original Prada candy has the same kind of sweetness as this one or not. But the only thing that I could smell here is a mixture of caramel and citrus, which makes me disgusted. I don't know, it works for me. Like, I can totally see how this is nauseating, but it works for me. Like I said, it's not super light, but like it's also not like something that just takes over. So especially if you just spray like